This video was made possible by Squarespace. If you need an online store, website, or domain, make it with Squarespace.
Hey guys, it's Shelby. Today we're going to be filming my most requested video, which is a plant tour. Now you guys have been asking for this for a long time. It took me a little while because I needed the assistance of my wonderful videographer. She's behind the camera at the moment, but she's very helpful. So she's gonna help me film it today. I wanna say two things. Number one, I'm not gonna do a house tour. So if you see something in the video that maybe you're wondering about, just go to my house tour. I'll link it here. You can go check it out. And also let me know how many plants you count if you're up for that challenge, because the last time I counted, I had 75, but I've gained some and lost some since then. So let me know how many you count. I think we're close to 100, but I'm not 100% sure. And we can actually get started right here with this wall behind me, because you might not have seen them, but there are some plants on this wall as well. So first, well, actually there was one right here. It got relocated recently because my mother was here. But there are also a few air plants here. And I feel like air plants, you can't really tell if they're alive or not, but I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and say that they are. So there's one here, 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 and here. This is just a moss ball from my front yard that my mom put up there as a joke, so just disregard that one. And then we can move over here. Okay, so a lot of you guys ask about this plant because it's in the background of a lot of my videos when I sit over there. And I'm gonna try to tell you the scientific and or common name for most of these, but I don't know a lot of them. All I know about this guy is he is called an Aglaonema, which is, I believe, a part of the Chinese evergreen species. Someone in the comments can probably tell you. And then recently I've been getting a lot more questions about that guy. I believe a Prince of Orange philodendron. So that's that guy. And then that guy over there is a really common house plant, but a different variation of him. It's called a snake plant, but that is specifically a moonshine snake plant, which people tell me it's really rare. So I picked it up when I saw it. And then back up in there, if you can see him, is a he's an alocasia. Common name is just an elephant ear. He dies a lot. I move him in and out of the house, and he basically, every single time he gets a new leaf, he loses one. I don't know why. I can't seem to make him happy, but currently he has one alive, and I leave the dead one on there hoping it helps him with nutrients or something. I don't know what that's about, but that's him. And then this is a Hoya. I think Hoya linearis. I don't know. No one ever asked about this one, but I like Hoyas, and you'll see throughout the house we have a few of them. And this is a fig tree. Everyone knows what this is. We just got this one because our last one actually died. Well, it was my sister and it passed away. So I replaced it for her. We'll see if this guy likes it here. So far, he's putting off a leaf here and up there. So I think he likes this spot. Fingers crossed he survives. I know a lot of people really want fig trees, but if I could tell you any plant that I've had that was really, really hard to keep alive, it's a fig tree. So probably don't start with those. I know they're really popular, but you're probably gonna kill it. So start with something else, get the hang of it, and then maybe get one. That guy is one of my oldest plants. It's a really common house plant nowadays. When I got it, it was not so common, and it was expensive, and I had to track it. I had to special order it to a nursery in Austin, but now they're freaking everywhere. So that's just, what do they call them? Monstera. It's also known as a split leaf philodendron, but pretty common. And I actually trimmed off pretty much all of his leaves when we moved into this house because he got a new location. In my old house, he didn't really get a lot of sun and he was not growing a lot. So when we moved him to this spot, he blew up, just so many new leaves. So those are pretty much all new from over the last year. And I lost all my big ones, but that's fine. This is a really common house plant. It's just Brazil philodendron. I think it's because these leaves look like the Brazil flag, kind of yellow and kind of green. And I have quite a few of those throughout the house too. They're really easy to grow. Good beginner plant if you want one. This guy, what is this called? Bird of paradise, white bird of paradise. I also have a gold bird of paradise, which you'll see in a second. But this one's pretty big, and they also like a lot of light. So if you don't have a lot of light in your house, don't get one of these guys. He's not the easiest thing to take care of, but also not that hard if you have a good place to put him where he gets good sunlight. This is not a plant, this is some dried eucalyptus. This guy is also one of my oldest plants. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you saw him in my old apartment. And so he's pretty old. He sprouts out tons of babies. This is called a spider plant. And if you took one of these off, it could turn into a whole nother plant. So really this is like 20, if not more, plants here. but I rarely take babies off of it. I just really like the look of it having all of these. And I've gotten comments from you guys before that if I don't take his babies off, he will die. This plant's like 3 years old and it's not going anywhere. So I think it's okay. Or maybe even like 4 years old. I'm not sure. Oh, there's Tippy. Tippy will follow us around the whole house tour, I'm sure. All right. These are more of my big plants. I have no idea what this one's called, and I'm so sorry. Maybe someone in the comments can help you. I bought him at Home Depot, and whenever he's thirsty, his leaves kind of curl in like that. So he probably needs to be watered, but he's also putting out some new leaves here. So he's pretty happy, and I just don't know what he's called. Okay, this is the other bird of paradise I was telling you. This one is a golden bird of paradise. These plants, when you see them outdoors, will have flowers on them, and that's kind of how they're named. So that one is the white bird of paradise. This one is the gold bird of paradise, but they probably won't flower inside your house. Very likely you will not get that to flower inside. This is my rubber tree. Pretty easy to take care of. When I first got him, he was sprouting out leaves like literally every other day. New leaf would open up. I think you'll see this throughout the house, actually. Some of them have gone, I don't know if the word is dormant, but they stop sprouting out leaves during the winter, and then hopefully here in the next couple months, start picking up again. Ugh. Ugh, crap, I don't know. It's something, has the word blue in it. I think it's like Sivu, blue. This is pretty common. You can find this at like Home Depot and stuff. I'm just not certain. Please, if any of you know, help them out in the comments. Then we'll move to this shelf, which this guy was doing so well, and I was so proud of him, but he's getting this little spot, which makes me very nervous. This is definitely the most expensive plant in my house. I wish I could tell you off the top of my head what it's called, but now I forget. I'll put it on the screen because I know the name of it, just at the moment it is escaping me. And this is a plant that I actually special ordered from very far away. I didn't know it was from very far away because I ordered it on Etsy, but it took like 2 weeks to get here, so I'm just happy that it survived that journey and has been alive for several months now. This is called a ponytail palm. Pilea, yeah, some kind of pilea. They're very popular as well. They're all over Instagram. This is some sort of other split leaf philodendron. These are pretty popular as well. This is a Hoya, lipstick Hoya. This is my sister's plant. I don't know what the hell it's called. That's a dying plant that my mom tried to save. And another Hoya. This is the Hindu rope Hoya, I believe. This is also a Hoya, my blooming Hoya, which I'm so proud of. And they shoot off these really long stems that look ugly and boring for months because he sprouted this out a couple months ago and it's looked dead ever since. But it's not dead. If you get this Hoya, do not cut them off because what happens is, like I said, they go kind of dormant, and then whenever they're ready to bloom, he's going to shoot out leaves and hopefully blooms from those sticks. I had him bloom twice last year, so I'm hoping he'll do it again. These are one of the most rewarding houseplants I have because their blooms are just beautiful and vibrant. And I think I have a picture I can insert from when he was blooming. But yeah, this is a Hoya. I think it's maybe called a Chelsea. No, Carnosa. So get one of these if you want a really rewarding houseplant. This guy, also, one of my favorites because he grows very slowly but very consistently. So this is just a neon philodendron, I think is what it's called. And his new leaves always look kind of pink, if you can see that. It starts pink and then it turns like yellow. And my mom says she hates these because yellowing usually in most plants means it's dying. Not in this one. He's a happy plant. And another Hoya. Not the same as the other one, I don't think. This one is different, but I don't know what variety. But another Hoya. He has not bloomed yet because I got him only a few months ago, so after the blooming season, but another beautiful one for his foliage nonetheless. I don't know what the heck this one is called, but I got it because Allie Cherry here on YouTube has one. And hers in her bathroom does so well, but mine is consistently losing leaves. Maybe he's getting too much sun here, I'm not sure. But they're commonly known as just like the arrowhead plant. They're pretty common. This guy is a pinstripe calathea, and normally when the season is right, his leaves show very evident pink in them, but not so much right now. A lot of my plants, like I said, have been struggling since winter hit. Even though this is a really good spot for them, probably the best spot in the house is this here for lighting purposes. They're still kind of, you know, they're just making it through. This is a new leaf, and there's a little bit of pink on it, but not so much. But yeah, I like this one. He's pretty during the summer. What is this called? I believe it's called a Trio Star Stromanthe. These leaves, they close up at night and then they open back up in the morning, which is a really cool aspect. And the bottom of their leaves are pink. So very interesting to look at as well. This is one of my pride and joys. I can't believe I've kept this thing alive. To be honest, I thought I would kill it because it looks like just extravagant because it has polka dots on its leaves, right? Not so hard to keep alive. This is just a silveram pothos, very, very common. You can find those anywhere. Another pilea. This guy, what is this called? This is a philodendron micans, which has a really beautiful pattern and like velvety leaves, but I have a prettier one in my office I'll show you, so wait for that one. Calathea orbifolia, another one pretty hard to find, and I've had to reorder this one because my last one died, but this one is thriving. It's like doubled in size since I got it, so that's exciting. Not a pilea, what are they called? I'll put it on the screen. I can't remember off the top of my head. And then this is another rubber tree, but a different variation of the other one that's kind of pink. I think they call it a strawberries and cream rubber tree. So that's it for this area of the house. This is where a lot of them are because, like I said, this is the best lighting spot for them. But I will show you who's in my office and in my bed. Actually, there are a few in my kitchen, and I'll just name them off really quickly because they're pretty common, but I don't know the name of that. But you've probably seen them. They're literally everywhere, and it's a really easy plant to keep alive. It's happy pretty much anywhere, so it goes there. That's another philodendron Brazil. We've already seen 2 or 3 of those in the plant tour. This is just a pothos enjoy. Again, really super easy just to keep it anywhere. This is, don't know what the hell that is. This is my most recent addition to my plant collection. And I just picked him up at the local nursery the other day, and he's already sprouting out 5 new leaves. So I don't know what it's called, but it's very pretty and heart-shaped, and my sister talked me into buying it, so it's sitting up here for now until it gets a permanent place. And then this guy is the only plant I think currently, no, there's one more upstairs, but that is sick. And this one's actually been sick since I got it. I thought I took care of it and I thought it went away, but it's just constantly dying, and I cannot for the life of me figure out why. I've given him multiple different places to live, different water variations, and he's just not happy. So that happens sometimes. And then there's one more over here behind you. Again, very basic, but this is a pothos, just a basic, I don't even know if it's a golden pothos because it has like no variegation. But these can also live anywhere. Like there's not a lot of light over here. It's just like whatever light bounces in from the house. It's not by a window, obviously, but it's growing. So those are easy. And then this one is actually, I believe, known as the closet plant because it can survive anywhere. And we had it by a window, and it was really upset, and it started dying. So we moved it over here, and it started coming back. So it's also more commonly known as the closet plant, but the peace lily. That's what that guy is. And we have one more of those in here. It's actually the first plant I can show you in my office. So this is another peace lily, same as the one that's in there, but this one's a little bit happier, I think, because it's getting a little bit more light in here, because actually it's pretty rare to get your peace lily to bloom, like put out its flower, but this one has, which is a really proud plant mom moment. So my peace lily is happy in here. And then on this shelf, I've told you guys before, I thrifted this shelf, very proud of this shelf in general. And I keep just like a bamboo and a piece of snake plant over there. They just live without, they don't even need dirt to live. These plants are very, very resilient. They probably need some more water, but these are just like lava rock, I believe, in this. And then I just, like, they're literally just existing in there, and they've got roots at the bottom. So I just leave them over here. Again, these don't need much light to grow. And then you can also do things like, this is a piece of my pothos that broke off, and then I just put it in the same thing, like the water with the rocks, and it's sprouting roots, and eventually I can turn it into a full-blown plant. But right now he's just living in there. This is not that rare of a plant, but people think it is. It's just some Monstera adansonii. There's a rarer plant that looks very similar to it, but it's different, and anyway, it looks the same. So Monstera adansonii, if you really like that guy, he's very happy in this place, which makes me very happy. This is a ZZ plant, and people say that they can live through anything. And I know he's alive because he's not turning brown, but he has not grown since I had him. And I bought him when we moved in here. So he's almost a year old, but he has just stayed exactly like this. I don't know. He can stay there, but I just don't know why he's not growing. And this is a neon pothos. Again, my mom hates them because they're neon green. And this, so I showed you one of these in there, but it was not as pretty. So that's called the philodendron micans. Pretty rare in the philodendron family because they're like velvety leaves. The leaves are velvet to your touch, and then the underside of them is like maroon. So they're really pretty, but he's very happy here. And this is a basic, probably marble Marble Queen, I think, pothos, but a very easy plant to keep alive as well. Pothos, there's a lot of pothos because they're easy, and they're also like fill in spaces very well. So pothos, and then your basic snake plant, who again, I don't know if he doesn't grow a lot or if I just don't pay that much attention to him, but he is happy, so I'm happy. And then just one more plant in the office for you is over here. And I don't know what this is called. I picked it up at, if you guys want to know where I get my plants from, Home Depot is one of the places where you can find really super common, affordable houseplants. Also, your local nurseries are a really good resource. Here in San Antonio, Rainbow Gardens is where I go a lot. And every single time I'm in Austin, I make a trip to a place called Tillery. So if you ever go to Austin and you have a chance to take a plant home with you, have to go check out Tillery because they have rare things there. And that's where I got this guy. That's why I don't know what it's called because I think it's pretty rare, but I'm pretty sure it's like a silver philodendron. I can look up the name of it for you. But that's this guy here. So that's all the plants downstairs. That's my vocal cords, and we will head upstairs. Okay, so now we're upstairs. There's only one plant not in my bedroom upstairs I need to show you. It's not that important and nothing groundbreaking. But my sister has one of my pothos that I gave her, and it has like blown up since I gave it to her. And it's pretty far away from the window. But like I said, they can survive in nearly anything. Anyway, I just wanted to show you because I gave this one to her thinking I have enough of these. She probably would like something in her room. And it's gotten to the point where like she's had to cut some off of this bottom limb. This is going over here. She's trying to figure out how to keep this going across the room. So if you want a good starter plant, if you came to this video for that, pothos are really, really good starter plants. In my room, which I'm so proud of, I feel like the vibe in here is just so good. But that's my oldest plant, also a pothos. And he could be a lot bigger, but I've taken cuttings from like every branch of his just to make more plants. And the one that you saw downstairs that was propagating, it was his. Yeah, my oldest houseplant, I've had him for like 4 years now and he's still going strong. I've never even repotted him, which makes me really nervous because I feel like one day he's gonna need to be repotted and I won't know where to put him. But he's happy for now. Those two are also pothos. They probably need to be watered. I forget about them sometimes, admittedly, because they're so high up on the shelves. This one is Chinese evergreen. It's also known as like an aglaonema. They're also known to be able to live pretty much anywhere. So I threw him up there. He's pretty far away from the window, but he's also pretty happy. And then just one more plant over there is a snake plant. Your basic everyday snake plant, but he's happy in that corner that's kind of dark, and I don't think you could put a lot of plants over there and have them be happy, but he's very happy and he grows a lot. So that's good. These look beautiful over here in these hanging baskets, but to be honest, I had Hoyas over here in these hanging baskets late last year. One of them completely died, and the other one you saw downstairs. Some spots are good for some plants and not good for others. So these guys are both philodendrons. This is I believe this is a silver stripe philodendron, and this is just a basic philodendron plant, but they can live in less light, whereas my Hoyas, they need bright light. So they didn't make it. I moved them out and moved these guys in, and it looks a lot better, and they're not dying now. And also I mentioned that kind of plants go through phases, and in the winter right now, even plants that you would think are doing well on this wall are not doing so well. And I left them here so that you could see that. So these are both just Queen Anne philodendrons, but on this wall, they're not happy. They're just not. And I have a couple in my bathroom that are thriving. So I don't know what it is. I'm hoping they make it through the winter months, and then when spring gets here, they'll be okay. I'm kind of keeping a really close eye on them at the moment. But this guy is also, he's not so happy, but he's doing better. He was doing worse earlier this winter. This is a really common plant. I just can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but also their leaves close at night and open during the morning, so that's cool. This guy is another version of a snake plant, I believe, or it comes from the same family, Sansevieria, and they're very easy to keep alive. He's also grown a lot since we got him, and Madison named him Arnold, because like, hey Arnold, he kind of looks like that. This is a propagation station that has gone to shit. It's not doing so well right now because, again, winter. And this guy, I'm not sure what he is, some kind of alocasia. He just sprouted this leaf, so we're letting him live his life. this I believe is another Sansevieria. Again, super easy plants to keep alive if you're looking for something that can survive in low light. You don't have to think about watering it very often, that sort of thing. Another neon pothos, Philodendron Brazil, and that's everybody here. And we only have one more spot left, which is in my bathroom, and it's very bright in there, so get ready for that. So this is my cactus wall, because this is a south-facing window, which is traditionally in the northern hemisphere, the side of your house that you want to put plants that need a lot of light. That's also why on this side of the house is where you saw my bird of paradises, because they need a lot of light, as do aloes and succulents and cactuses. So I've had aloes in the past and they would never survive. They always died. This is my first aloe I've kept alive now for almost a year. Very proud. Round of applause for me. And it's because it's right on this south-facing window. So if you're trying to figure out why your aloe is dying, that is why. It needs a lot of light and not a lot of water. And then this guy too, I mean, I wish he was doing better, but I don't know anybody else who's kept a string of pearls alive for almost a year, and I have. So I'm just saying he could be doing better because he looks a little shriveled up. But I've killed most of my stringer pearls in the past by overwatering them, so I've underwatered this guy a lot. But these guys can take a lot of the humidity from like the showers, because this is where you take a shower, and survive off of that. So that's why I think these are specifically really good bathroom plants. This is just another cactus I picked up, and this I believe is called a dogwood cactus, which again likes a lot of light and not a lot of water. So the bathroom is a really good place for him, specifically since we have south and west facing windows in this bathroom. And see here, this is another Queen Anne pothos like the one out there that I showed you that was dying, but he's very happy. I don't know. And then just another pothos, very simple. Again, very easy to fill spaces, and also very easy to keep alive. He honestly could be relocated somewhere else because the west or the south facing window is kind of a lot of light for him. But again, it fills in the space nicely, so he stays there. He just loses more leaves than I would like him to. And then the last plant of the plant tour is another Queen Anne pothos. But again, the ones in my bathroom are very happy. Just the ones out there are not so happy. So that's it. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. I hope it fulfilled all of your dreams that you wanted to see from all of the requests I've been getting to do this video. And if you're new here and you've never seen my stuff before, I don't traditionally make videos about plants. I make videos about sustainability. So if that's your thing, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And before we end this video, I want to give a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video without interfering with any of our plant content.
I want to give an extra special thank you to Squarespace today for sponsoring this video without actually interfering with the video itself. Squarespace is an all-in-one platform that makes it super simple to create a professional looking website with no coding or web experience needed. They also offer a 14-day free trial where you don't have to enter your credit card at all, and if you've been on the internet for a while, you know how rare that is. This allows you to test out the platform for yourself and test out all the different templates and find which one is exactly right for you. These templates don't need editing, but you can customize them to fit your own unique style and your needs. So whether you're building a simple landing page, a portfolio, a blog, or even an online store, make sure you do it with Squarespace. And you can head to squarespace.com/Shelbizleee for your free trial and 10% off of your first purchase of a website or even a domain.